Most senior dogs don't lose mobility outside, they lose it at home, in the very place we believe is safest. Inside the house, everything looks familiar, predictable, controlled, and that's exactly why the risk goes unnoticed. If you've ever seen your dog hesitate before stepping onto a hardwood floor, pause at a doorway, or brace his legs just to drink water, this moment matters more than you think. What looks like just age is often something far more dangerous. It's a hidden risk, a silent wear that steals confidence long before it steals mobility. Silent wear doesn't announce itself. It doesn't limp. It doesn't cry. It whispers. It shows up in tiny shifts of paw placement. In the way your dog slows down, not because he can't move, but because he no longer trusts the ground beneath him. His muscles still work. His joints still respond. But his brain has learned something critical. The floor is not safe. This is what mobility specialists call the confidence gap. And once that gap forms, every step becomes a negotiation between instinct and fear. Not a physical limitation, a neurological one. Most guardians truly believe their home is safe. Smooth floors, familiar routines, cozy corners. But for senior dogs, those same surfaces become invisible traps. The floor that looks harmless to us sends a very different message to them. One slip is enough. One near fall is enough. The brain remembers. And from that moment on, hesitation replaces confidence. This is how independence fades, quietly, progressively, and often invisibly. Mobility doesn't disappear overnight. It erodes through false safety. A sock that twists instead of grips. A ramp angled just a little too steep. A mat placed where we would step, not where his paws naturally land. These well-intentioned fixes don't remove risk. They reinforce it. They teach the nervous system that walking requires caution, that movement is unpredictable, that slowing down is safer than trusting the floor. Veterinary rehabilitation specialists see this pattern every day. Dogs who are physically capable stop moving freely because fear accelerates joint wear faster than age ever could. When movement becomes stressful, muscles weaken, balance worsens, confidence collapses. The decline feels sudden, but it never is. It's cumulative. This is the same protocol used in high-end veterinary recovery centers, adapted for your living room. And this is where the story changes. Because small, correct changes don't just help, they create measurable, repeatable victories. This week, we tested adjustments that seemed minor, but produced immediate results. In many cases, within 3 to 5 days, dogs who hesitated at thresholds began crossing rooms again. Not faster, not recklessly, but with calm, deliberate steps. A mat repositioned where paws naturally land, not where furniture dictates. A harness adjusted to support the spine instead of pulling against it. A ramp realigned to match the dog's center of gravity, allowing him to walk instead of climb. These weren't miracles, they were micro-victories. And micro-victories rebuild trust. This is the rotation method. Think of it like tires on a car. When the tread wears smooth, even a gentle turn becomes dangerous. The engine still works, the steering still responds, but without feedback, traction is lost. Restore the grooves, and control returns. The road didn't change, the feedback did. The rotation method works the same way for senior dogs. It restores feedback, not force, and it does so through 3 pillars. The first pillar is grip control, not traction for our eyes, traction for the nervous system. The paws must send one clear message to the brain. You are stable here. Without that signal, every step triggers hesitation, even on familiar ground. The second pillar is support alignment. Ramps and harnesses are powerful tools, or silent threats. When alignment ignores the dog's center of gravity, support becomes strain. Correct alignment reduces joint load, stabilizes posture, and restores natural movement patterns instead of fighting them. The third pillar is proprioception, the invisible conversation between paw and brain. As dogs age, this connection weakens. Timing drifts, signals fade. Gentle exercises, short controlled walks, and proper resting surfaces help reteach the nervous system what safe movement feels like again. When these 3 pillars work together, something remarkable happens. Hesitation turns into intention. But here's the warning most people miss. Without the method, progress fades. False fixes create false safety. Socks that slide, mats that drift, ramps that wobble. They don't reduce risk, they amplify it. Each failed attempt reinforces fear. Pain returns, confidence collapses, and the decline feels inevitable, even though it isn't. This is why awareness matters more than effort. So tonight, I invite you into a ritual that matters. Before you sleep, comment his name and age. Add him to the memory wall, because every senior warrior deserves to be seen, not for the slips but for the steps of hope we give back to them. This isn't just about mobility, it's about dignity. Our dogs spent a lifetime protecting us, reading our moods, guarding our homes, walking beside us without hesitation. Now it's our turn to protect them, with knowledge, not guesswork. Aging is not failure. Slipping is not destiny. With the right surfaces, the right alignment, and the right feedback, senior dogs can walk with confidence again. Hope is not a wish. Hope is a plan. When you see hesitation, don't dismiss it. See it for what it is, a request for safety, and know that you can answer it. Grip control, support alignment, proprioception. The rotation method isn't complicated, it's practical, it's proven. And when applied with patience, it restores more than movement. It restores trust. A dog who once froze at the doorway now walks through calmly. A senior who once trembled at the bowl now drinks without fear. These are not miracles. They are micro-victories, repeated daily. Tonight, we honor those victories. Comment his name and age. Light the memory wall, because every warrior deserves safe steps at home. And every guardian deserves to know the truth. Most senior dogs don't fall outside. They fall at home. But with the right steps, they rise again.